Hello, everybody. I'm ready to dive in and continue the reading with all of you and see what this fast paced communication that's going to be the game changer, the turning of the wheel, is all about from that Knight of Pentacles. It's really interesting. The readings over the past couple of readings, I've had these experiences where uh, the words were coming out of my mouth different, and then um, it ended up being like another message. Like it's interesting, like just slips, right? Slips in communication. And I was thinking about how that communication piece is such a theme with what's going on in this lunar cycle. But yet, then as the readings would progress, right, like these pieces would make sense. And I rewatched the end of the video because I was um, very curious about what I said. Sometimes when I'm doing these, I'm not really totally aware of what I'm saying. I mean, I have a general idea, but I watch them back because I get something out of them too. I'm tapping into the collective energy and I'm part of the collective. But you kind of move into a different sort of altered space when you're opening up to channel information. And so it's a very deeply meditative space, and you don't really connect with the messages when you're in that flow. It's kind of hard to explain, but so I always watch the readings afterwards, and I noticed I kept calling this Knight of Pentacles here. Okay. I kept calling him the Knight of Cups. Like, I kept calling him the Knight of Cups. And always when the camera cuts off, I'm really curious about what was the bottom of the deck energy and what's the top of the deck energy, because it allows me to kind of sit with it a bit and let those energies kind of marinate in my consciousness. And when I looked at what the bottom of the deck energy was, there he was, the Knight of Cups, waiting to be, waiting to make his dramatic entrance is really what I'm getting with this. Like, a lot of flair here, okay? This is an emotional offer that's coming um, in terms of the reading. Um, Something you can stand on, and emotionally, somebody who is emotionally ready to kind of like put it on the line for what they believe in. Uh, but it's a very slow moving energy with that Knight of Pentacles element in there. I just thought that was so funny. And the top of the deck energy was the Star. So this is beautiful, okay? Really beautiful. It's about kind of like pulling your energy back, taking time to connect with yourself. We're in Scorpio season right now, and Scorpio season is like 100% all about really dropping down into what you value at the end of the day. Like, what really matters to you at the end of the day, you know? And we got this beautiful message that came in with the Hermit about just really letting the inner light guide you and letting go of disappointment, letting go of the sense of loss, and not being so quick to act on every option that comes your way, and take some time to consider, what do you really value? And this applies across the board, okay? But with the Knight of Cups in play, many of you are going to be getting some kind of emotional, um, romantic offer. This is what the Knight of Cups represents. It's the arrival of love, okay? But that could also be for those who are already in situations, we're reading a big collective here. So there's lots of different ways that could play out. And I like to kind of support people in connecting with the messages that are right for them. That could also be like an artistic endeavor, okay? A project you poured a lot of your heart and soul into. You know, author, right? Kept coming up. So this definitely could be in relation to writing that book, right? Writing that book, writing that screenplay, you know? Getting your voice out there creatively, writing your music, you know? Telling your story through creative medium, you know, sharing your medicine through a creative medium and having the arrival of an opportunity for a platform for you to share that. So there's like multiple ways this could come through, okay? But if that's the case, I would say if you are somebody who is in a creative field and you've been pouring your energy into a project or a vision, okay, I would say don't just jump on any offer that comes your way. All right? And see how easily that came out clearly when I struggled with it so much in the earlier readings? That's because that is the message. There will be lack of clarity, okay? Lack of clear communication, all right? These are things that can be issues with these offers coming forward if you're an author. And you can author many different things, books, right? Screenplays, lyrics, right? So this could play out in many different ways. That's another way that you could look at that. But it is definitely an energy that aligns with what is authentic for you and where you get to really express your true self, which is very beautiful. But there'll be a change that's going to come in there. And it's the arrival of something good, and it comes in swift and fast, okay? And it brings a lot of hope. So whether for you that's playing out just with the cups influence, I have to say, like if it's not romantic love, if it's not a suitor, then it's definitely a creative project, something that has a creative aspect to it, okay? And this is just coming through, so I'm going to go ahead and speak to it because it is coming through pretty strongly for those who are looking, you know, to have a baby. Like that could be um, the news that there's a baby on board, okay? So these are different ways that these could play out, but this is Aquarian energy, this star card here, okay? And notice how there's this delicate balance going on here. Maybe you've really been giving a lot of yourself to others, to nurture others. Notice how, you know, she doesn't have one cup up like is normal in most of the Aquarius, you know, star symbolism that you see in other decks. I always pay attention to the artwork because it communicates messages too, you know, and I get drawn to work with different decks on different days for different reasons. And it's because of the imagery, it speaks to me differently. Okay? She's pouring it all out. And that to me is like nurturing. She doesn't look stressed about it. You know, she looks pretty fucking magical if you ask me. She's balancing it quite great. Ooh, I went to say gratefully. Here it comes. Gratefully and gracefully is what I was going to say. And maybe that's, you know, that's an important piece is to be grateful, you know, even in serving, you know, even in places where you feel like you're giving a lot of yourself, a lot of your energy, you know, be grateful that you are able to give on that level and that it does support people and it does nurture them, you know. That's a blessing. It's a gift to be able to extend that to others. And it's like the star is like, this is a reward. Remember, we talked about the karmic reward coming in. This is a karmic reward, for the way you've given of yourself to nurture others, There's that message. Look at, do you see? Up at the top there. It's a dove bringing a heart. It's very sweet. It's like a gift from Spirit. It's like Spirit saying, thank you, you are loved. We've seen what you've been doing. We see how you've been nurturing others. I'm going to give you a reason to feel hopeful because you've given others hope. That's what a star is, right? A star is a symbol of hope. How many times in your life have you wished upon a star? What did you wish for? What did you wish for when you wished upon a star? I'm getting a hint right now that there's someone out there who recently had a really profound moment where they were looking at the sky, seeing it's like late at night, and there's waves pounding, like the ocean's wild. It was so dark that night. And all the stars were out, and there was this one star. And you made a very special wish. And it was emotional for you. And you even saw a shooting star not too far after that. And it gave you hope, Then it's like you get back to the daily hustle and bustle and the grind and all the stress and everything that disconnects you from yourself, from believing, in magic and wonder and possibility, And you forget these magical moments. Remember your magical moments. Remember what has kept you connected to that place where you were able to show up and give so much of yourself to others to nurture them and to support them. And now remember to turn one of your cups up, okay? Turn one of your vessels up so you can receive that Ace of Cups. Look, that dove wants to put that love into that cup for you. So to do that right, you got to let go. You got to let go of needing to take care of everybody, needing to make sure everybody else has what they need. Okay? It's time to bring some balance and receive your blessing. Very beautiful symbolism there. So beautiful. Bottom of the deck energy on that. 9 of Pentacles, okay? It's all about feeling self-satisfied. Look at that abundance. Look at that rabbit she pulled out of the hat. Look at this abundance she grew for herself, right? And I just have to say, though I am saying he or she, it's just how the energy is coming through as I'm speaking to it. Sometimes you'll hear me say them. I want everybody to be able to receive these messages. Just consider it an energy frequency, These energies could apply to, a man as well. But with it being represented as this very feminine looking figure, you have to understand that the feminine energy is all about that creative aspect, okay? So it comes into play. That quality, the feminine quality, spending time with oneself, nurturing nurturing one's growth, okay? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, not relying on another, to grow for them. Or even to build with them, just being self-reliant, but in a very balanced, beautiful way where, self-care on point, right? She doesn't look depleted, does she? No, she's very abundant, right? About to hit that 10 of Pentacles, all right? The ultimate, to reach your goal. Okay, so there is this focus on, again, that hermit energy, like just pull back your energy just a little bit and spend some time connecting with yourself, nurturing yourself. There's a pheasant on top of her head that's holding a key, And it's very, very interesting because there's that Ace of Pentacles, okay? The same Ace of Pentacles that the Knight is bringing, only it's being offered by the tree. Okay? Let's see if I can get it to focus for y'all. And it's extending itself to her. Do you see that? It's beautiful. It's like the tree is offering the same gift. This new beginning, that springtime rebirth energy. I'm really getting, the hit that it's just such a wonderful focus to just pull the energy in and really nurture the self and get yourself really solid, get yourself aligned with what really speaks to you, the direction you want to head in, Get very clear. This is a time for receiving the inspiration. That will connect you with your wisdom. That as you rest in this dark, you'll have that vision, right? Owls can see through the night. They see what's there. So this is the time to rest and receive the guidance for your next step forward. When you'll have that Ace of Wands there too. Right? That Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning. That's like the ability to really take action in a very strong way that leads to a blessed new beginning in your life. So it's coming. It's coming. All right. And coming in with that, we got Emperor energy. Emperor balanced, all right? Emperor balanced is on top of his ish. Okay? Aries energy. This is big boss energy. So if you have been working on a creative project and you've been nurturing it, use this time. Use this time to just keep receiving the inspiration, getting really grounded in yourself, and nurturing yourself up with self-care, being very balanced and focused and really building for yourself, because there is going to be recognition for the work that you're doing. The Star card is also associated with, your star rising, being recognized for your work. Okay, so that's some big boss energy. Ace of Wands is some big boss energy. It's like really coming into your power, coming into your element, and romantically, it could be, the ultimate in partner, right? The Emperor. If the Empress ends up showing up in this reading, then that's pretty potent, okay? We'll see what happens. 10 of Swords. First the old cycle has to end though, right? We have to let go. We have to take the L. I mean, this isn't an easy letting go process for the collective. People feel pretty defeated. A lot of people are feeling pretty defeated, you know? But it's like, it's what it took. You could have saved yourself all that trouble. You didn't have to put yourself through all that turmoil. If we let go more gracefully and with greater ease, we don't have to go to these places, you know? This is really just feeling like I can't take it anymore. I give up. And sometimes that's what happens when we don't let go willingly, when we can't surrender willingly, you know? we get dragged, you know? That's what life does. Uh, but thing is that, you know, 10 breaks down to 1, that's a new beginning, and 0 is spiritual gifts. So it's like there's a gift. Even in the wounding, there's a gift. Like, that's why Rumi said, the wound is how the light gets in. It's true. It's true. There will come a day when you'll kiss all your boo-boos and you'll be grateful for them. Like, grateful for them. And see, that's when you'll know, we brought in the forgiveness piece earlier, like you don't have to try to forgive. That's when the forgiveness happens, you know? That's when the forgiveness happens, when you let go. That's how it happens. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, and such a gift comes forward in that. It's very powerful. Look at that. Again, another Aries card, okay? So Aries energy on deck, okay? And there's, you know, Mars, Aries ruler, just went back into Scorpio, okay? Aries is also front and center because we're dealing with Aries in Chiron, right? Until January 18th. So it's bringing up all of our core wounds, all of our core traumas, okay? It's also very much an initiatory energy. I mean, when you pair this with the wands, you know, the Ace of Wands with the Star and the Emperor, my goodness. This is a powerful new beginning that's very transformational, okay? And the power to transmute, you know, all of that energy related to old wounds, related to pains, related to traumas, all that baggage, all that shit. It's just time to let go of. It can all be alchemized, okay? Alchemized to elevate. And the beauty is, I think it's going to happen really fast. Like, we got some really intense, fast-moving energy coming in here too. Knight of Swords. All right? This is quick, decisive action. You know, rest. Let things develop. Let yourself really sink into your feeling. You know, move more into that receptive mode, so you can receive the messages that are important for you to get at this time. Top of the deck energy. I can't lie, the Fool. Again, Aries energy, okay? Aries, big player on deck, okay? Pay attention to where you have Aries in your chart. This is for any significant Aries placements. Be live to this message here, okay? That would be Aries Sun, Aries Rising, Aries Moon, Aries Mars, because of what's going on with Mars right now. Mars is back in its other home in Scorpio with Pluto, which is, you know, all of that shadow integration work, okay? So Aries is really rocking and rolling with that, but it's leading to a new beginning, okay? A whole new start in life, a whole new way of seeing themselves in the world around them and their connections with others, just like whole reboot, okay? Powerful energy. So Sun, Rising, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, or North Node. If you have any of those placements, or Chiron in Aries, okay? Because that's another big player on the board right now. is that whole journey of healing. You want to really pay attention. This is a new beginning. There's going to be things coming in that are inspiring you. It's like the hero's journey is the journey of the fool, and you start off, optimistic and feeling this hopefulness about what you're pursuing, but, there's peril along the way. You can trip up, you can have a hard fall, but you have to remember, you have to reconnect with the energy that inspired you in the first place to move forward, right? Tap into that a bit more, rather than thinking about the difficulties in the past. How about considering more of those times when you were so inspired to take the risk, begin again, create something new, bring a spirit of playfulness into it, and just let the magic reveal itself to you. Okay, but there's the start of a whole new chapter in life with the Fool, loaded with synchronicity and, experiences that feel like destiny. Because that is the Fool's journey. It's exciting. It brings the enthusiasm that you had when you were a child. That's how you can kind of get your head in the clouds a bit. You got to remember, where you came from. That's when that dog is back there. It's like, hey, I know you're inspired and everything, but look where you're going too, okay? But even on, there's another Ace of Wands there, right? He's using as a walking stick, and what's on there? Love, okay? He's following that carrot stick of love, okay? Is this really about following your heart? Forget what you should do. Forget what you're supposed to do, Take action in the direction that really speaks to your soul, that lights you up, that fills you with that kind of enthusiasm, and hopefulness for life. That's what it's about. I'm going to just cut the deck, and then I want to, see what comes out with that. King of Wands, again, fire sign energy. And it was 27 when I just said that, okay? That's 9 and 9, which is 18, which again is 9, triple 9, okay? Bring cycles to a closure. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy, okay? Tie off loose ends, bring things to completion so you can really, dive into what speaks to your heart and soul. Okay? It's important. It's very important. It's about moving in the direction that really fills your heart with joy, that makes you happy, that makes you feel fulfilled. And I feel like this message is coming through really strongly for Aries, particularly. But it does apply for sure for all people who have, Aries placements in their chart. Additionally, for those who are fire signs, because there is that King of Wands connection in there, which, lets us know that the energy can be interpreted for all fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and any placements or, where those signs rulers are. So Jupiter for Sagittarius, Leo, that solar energy, that sun energy. And then, when you're looking at Aries, we're talking Mars. And there's a lot of action going on with Mars right now, with it being Scorpio season. And then it's at the ruler. And that ties in the shadow piece, right? Because Scorpio is more about kind of like exploring the shadowy depths, where Aries is very much like, boom, here I am. Live and out loud, right? Aries, you can't deny an Aries. You just can't. They know how to hold court. Like they walk in the room and everybody feels their presence, okay? So that's coming in for sure. Strongly. Go for the dream, you know? Uh, be happy and do what speaks to your heart. Go for your new beginning and be wise about your choices. You know, don't get caught up in distractions or petty offers, you know, or things that aren't going to really fulfill you. But there's some kind of important communication coming in that's really going to change things and open up a very beautiful new chapter in your lives that's just such an expansion in a direction that's brand new for you. Oh, we got clarifying cards, you know, flying out of the deck here. So, and these cards are kind of like, okay, they want me to stop. I'm going to stop. Curveball. It looks like fire signs are like, I don't want to be a player no more. I want security.